Hello, this is In the Dugout, and welcome back to another episode of the Club Corps, the Brothers Grimm. In this episode, we're covering Grimsby Town. Grimsby Town Football Club are a side currently playing in the 4th tier of English football, the Sky Bet League 2, following promotion from the conference at the end of the 2015-16 season, finishing 4th in the league and beating Forest Green Rovers in the playoff finals 3-1. Nicknamed the Mariners, the Mighty Mariners, and simply Town, Grimsby were founded in 1878, following a meeting at the Wellington Arms Public House by members of the Worsley Cricket Club. Named Grimsby Pelham, after the surname of the Earl of Yarborough, who owned a significant portion of the area, before becoming known as Grimsby Town the following year, the club first started playing league football in 1888, joining the then newly founded Combination. After this league collapsed, Grimsby applied unsuccessfully to the Football League the following year, instead joining the Football Alliance. Their first taste of the Football League came in 1892, when it was expanded to 2 divisions. Spending the following years being promoted and relegated, the club saw a decline after the Second World War, dropping from the top flight in 1948, and never regaining their position there since. There was a spike in their fortunes during the 1970s and 80s, reaching the 2nd tier, but a yo-yo period soon followed. A financial crisis saw the side swiftly decline again in the early 2000s, and the club had played non-league football since 2010, before promotion back to the Football League after a 6-year absence. The Mariners are based in the seaside town of Cleethorpes in Lincolnshire, first purchasing a plot of land at Clee Park in 1878, where they would stay for just a single year before moving to Lovett Street. The club moved back to Clee Park a season later, and stayed there for 9 years before moving to Abbey Park for a decade. In 1899, Grimsby moved into their current home, Blundell Park, with the ground's opening fixture being a tie against Luton Town on the 2nd of September that year, ending in a 3-3 draw, having been watched by 4,000 people. Originally able to hold 27,000, renovation into an all-seater stadium in 1995 saw this decrease to 9,052, towards the lower end of League 2 stadiums in terms of capacity. The Mariners badge has been in use since 1983, a redesigned version of their old badge. It features a shield containing black and white stripes, topped by a red trawler and 3 red fish in the upper right portion, with the club's name displayed in white on a black banner above the shield. The black and white stripes represent Grimsby's home colours, while the trawler is in reference to the town's connections with the fishing industry, as do the 3 fish, which are rumoured to also be in reference to the 3 lions of the England national team's badge. In addition to this, the club's nicknames are also derived from the main trade of the town. As mentioned earlier, Grimsby's home colours have traditionally been black and white stripes, though the original kit worn by Grimsby Pelham featured narrow stripes of royal blue and white, with various other colours worn between then and 1910. The black and white stripes were introduced in this year, and these colours have remained ever since, with additions of red and yellow also appearing. The current kit doesn't deviate from tradition, featuring the classic black and white stripes, with the addition of a red trim to the sleeves and button portion of the collar, and black hoops across the sleeves and bottom of the shirt, decreasing in thickness as they go higher. The shorts are black with a triangular white trim to the outer thigh, and a red trim running down from the hip to the top of this triangle, while the socks are red with a series of white hoops. Meanwhile, the away kit is predominantly red, with a white trim to the shirt sleeves, the same white triangle as on the home shorts, and white socks with 2 red hoops above the shin. Should this kit not be appropriate, a third option is available, with a pixelated grey shirt, featuring a darker grey curved portion to the wearer's right-hand side, and a blue trim to the shoulders and sleeves, grey shorts with a blue triangle on the outer thigh, and grey socks with 2 blue hoops above the shin, and a blue trim at the top. These kits are currently produced by Italian manufacturer Errea, and have been since 2008. The Mariners are currently managed by Englishman Marcus Bigno, who joined Grimsby in November 2016 from non-league side Solihull Moors, whom he had managed since June 2011. Bigno was appointed as the successor to Paul Hurst, who took the vacant post at Shrewsbury Town, joining with Grimsby just outside the playoff spots in 8th place, his first win coming after his 3rd game in charge, beating league leaders Plymouth Argyle 3-0 away at home park. Since taking the post, Grimsby have slipped down the table slightly, but still remain a solid mid-table team. Grimsby's location gives them a number of local rivals, including Premier League side Hull City, who sit on the opposite bank of the River Humber. Traditionally the Marina's main rivals, they also share a rivalry with League One side Scunthorpe United, but contrasting fortunes in recent years mean the two haven't met in the league since 1987. Matches between any of the three clubs are known as the Humber Derby. Most recently, non-league side Lincoln City have served as local rivals to the Marinas, renewed in 2011 following the Imps' relegation to the conference. Slight rivalries have also been seen in the past with Championship clubs Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday, as well as non-league sides Boston United and fellow Grimsby-based teams Grimsby Borough and Cleethorpes Town. Grimsby's honours have come from both professional and lesser competitions, with the club twice being champions of the second tier in 1901 and 1934, champions of the third tier in 1980, and winning the Football League trophy in 1998, beating Bournemouth 2-1 in the final, to name a few. A number of celebrities have been spotted at the Marina's home games, including actor Sacha Baron Cohen, most known for his characters Ali G and Borat, who starred in the 2016 film Grimsby, where main character Nobby, portrayed by Cohen, is also a Grimsby supporter. TV presenter Alan Carr has also been sighted at Blundell Park, and other famous fans include actors Thomas Turgoose and Malcolm Hebden, Man vs Food presenter Alan Richman, snooker player Dean Reynolds, comedian Lloyd Griffith, singer and former X Factor contestant Ella Henderson, and BBC presenter Keely Donovan. Grimsby Town have seen a rough spot in recent years, but fortunes at last seem to be going in their favour. No longer seeming like a fish out of water, Grimsby can now settle back in the Football League, turn the tide of results, and their potential success won't need to be told to the Marines. Thanks for watching. This has been Chris from In the Dugout. Tune in for the next episode of the Club Corps, where we shall be staying in League 2 and covering Hartlepool United. Until then, farewell.